Okay, so boom, I'm calling this story in prison and no peace. So I'm sitting in the cell, I'm cool and I'm chilling, I'm minding my business like I always do. My cellie come through the door. Pow. Hey, Cellie, what you got going on? I said, man, I ain't doing that. I said, you in a good mood? He said, yeah, been in a good mood the last couple of weeks or so, if you ain't know. I said, yeah, I done noticed. I said, it look like you done gained a little weight too. He said, yeah, notice I've been working out a whole lot too. I said, yeah, who got you feeling good like it? He said, man, come on, quit playing, Cellie, quit playing, Cellie. He said, man, you already know what it is, man. He said, man, hey, it feels so good to be back in touch with old girl. I said, who you telling? I said, I already know. He said, man, plus I got all that time. He said, when I got the time, he said, I ain't even gonna lie, like she was at every court day, J.T. She used to come down to the county, come and see me, you know what I'm saying? I'm on the phone, I'm talking to her, she talking back, we conversing, having a whole little conversation. I'm talking about she writing me 2-3 times a week, you know what I'm saying? Then when I first came in, J.T., you know what I'm saying? She used to hit me, you know what I'm saying? I hit her, I was like everything was everything, and then everything kind of went left, you know what I'm saying? But I expected it, JoJo. I expected it, but look. So look. Man, about 2-3 weeks ago, remember, they called, mail call. Man, I went down there and got that letter, Joe T. He was like, man, hey, I've been feeling good ever since she sent me the number. He was like, but hey, man, let me get the phone real quick. Let me get the cell real quick. He was like, man, I'm finna call. I know she on a lunch break. I said, man, go on, take care of your business, Cellie. You know what I'm saying? I'm happy for him. I'm going to tell you why I'm happy for him. Because she breaking bread with him. She a little nurse, you know what I'm saying? Send him a little piece of money every now and then. He staying out of trouble, you know what I'm saying? He ain't run around here bombing. He ain't in my commissary sack every other week. You know what I'm saying? Every other day asking me, hey, Cellie, take care of your business. I get the phone. I mob on out of the cell. I walk out of the cell. I see old head Nick coming out. Joe T, what you got going on? I said, man, I ain't doing nothing, man, to get my cellie to see it real quick. He said, oh, yeah. He said, man, walk and talk with me real quick. I said, here we go. So we walking, you know what I'm saying? I'm talking to him, he talking back, we conversing. We having a whole little conversation. He said, man, how you mental? I said, man, nah, it's all right, you know what I'm saying, for the most part, you know what I'm saying? I said, we in here, you know what I'm saying, got to make the best of it. He said, man, I know it. He said, let me tell you something I learned while being in here, man. Sometimes you got to find your peace within. I said, here we go with these philosophies. I said, what do people actually mean when they say that? Them got to find peace within. Like, I operate in real time. Like, I consider myself to be a realist. You know what I'm saying? A lot of time people just be saying stuff that sound good. You know what I'm saying? And they probably ain't never practiced it themselves. You know what I'm saying? You don't even know what it mean when you say you need to heal up. You ain't never healed up. You don't even know what it look like to be healed. So I'm like, what exactly do that mean? He said, man, look, I'm going to tell you something about peace. Sometimes you have to just realize you just can't control certain things. You know what I'm saying? You just not in control. So sometimes you just got to sit still within your spirit and try not to do things, you know what I'm saying, to make things move to your, you know what I'm saying, Joe T? I said, no, I really don't know what you're saying. I said, this is what I know. I said, I'm in a penitentiary. I said, and right now, I want to make the best of my time. I said, so to do that, I create my own peace. He said, you can't do that, Joe D. Not all the time. He said, you making plans for tomorrow, and tomorrow gonna have to sacrifice for itself. You don't even know what tomorrow gonna bring. I said, but I can plan for it. He said, see, that's that GD stuff right there, them buying peas. I said, what you know about that? Proper preparation prevents poor performance. I said, hey, you the... Man, look, that's a whole nother conversation right there, Joe T. But look, check this out. Look, what I'm saying is, man, sometimes, let's say something happened on the street, Joe T. Something happened to your mama, your sister, your cousin, you know what I'm saying, or even your child. I said, hold on now, hold yourself now. Don't go too far. He said, no, I need you to hear me out so you can understand the reality of being in here. You know what I'm saying? You might call home one day. You done seen people call home in here and find out something, then they can't be in control of it, and the only thing they can do is just sit in it. So what I'm trying to tell you real quick, Joe T, sometimes you got to find peace within. I said, exactly how do you do that? He said, man, sometimes you just got to sit in it and just let it be whatever it is and try not to do nothing extra to make it better for yourself. Sit in it, feel everything you need to feel. I said, it sounds good. He said, one day You're gonna have to do that. You're gonna have to sit in it. And I've had to do that several times before I got out. And since I've been home, sometimes you just have to realize you got to have peace within. You know what I'm saying? Because a storm can be breaking out around you, and guess what? It's nothing you can do about that. The only thing you can do is sit still and just chill. Don't get agitated. So I finished walking and talking with him. My cellie pop out of the cell. Joe T. I look on. I said, man, what's up? I said, man, I'm going. Hey, when you get a chance, Joe T, hey, let me get a shot of coffee. I said, I got you, man. I'm going for the holler at my cellie real quick. I said, I'm gonna pull back up on you in a minute. So I walk over, I go in and say my cellie, we're going to see. He said, man, Joe T, she talking about getting on my visitation list, bro. He get the tapping. I said, hey, look here, cellie. That's about the second or third time you done came here and got the patting on me, you know what I'm saying, with your little paws. I said, I don't know if you trying to size me up or what in here. He grabbed me. I said, hey, look here. I'm telling you now, folks. I'm going to put these hands on you. He said, man, you ain't going to do nothing. I said, man, girl got you feeling good. He said, man, you know it feel good to get some love every now and then, you know what I'm saying? Mom, them ain't on the phone. Brother, them ain't on the phone. Nobody on the phone, you know what I'm saying? That always feel good when you get in touch with somebody back home, you know what I'm saying? He feeling good about this situation. But let me explain something to you that happens in the penitentiary. When a girl break bad on you in the penitentiary, listen to me, it's worse than a breakup and having to go to work, because you just can't control the situation, especially if you ain't got that jack. Now, being in the cell with me, knowing that I got that phone, guess what you ain't gonna do when she done distance herself from me? You ain't even finna use my jack, because you get to calling her, cussing out. She answers the phone, you get to yelling, man, why you ain't answering the phone? You already know I'm doing time. You promised me you gonna get that money, Buddha. You're not gonna do that on my phone, because she not finna call up here and feel threatened by you. You know what I'm saying? You done, man, that's on GD. I'm telling you, I'm gonna have folk them on the street. Then she done called administration. Administration done keep the door in. Hey, no, you're not gonna do that in here. You're not gonna take my phone. So the minute I see she distances herself, no, you can't use my phone to call her. Don't call her on my phone, folks, unless you got some money in your pocket to replace my phone immediately. Other than that, I promise you going in the cross. You going way to the cat. So look. I noticed, you know what I'm saying, all that working out kind of slowed down. Hey, the energy. Joe T, hey, you ain't doing that. Let me get on the phone real quick. So I get in the phone, you know what I'm saying? He calling, man, here. Joe T, if she texts or call me, let me know. He going back out in the pod. I'm watching him, you know what I'm saying? He walking and he talking and stuff with his hands. Weeks done went by. She ain't answering the phone. He don't know what's going on. Then he get to calling other people. Hey, if you can, call his number on three-way real quick. He on the jack having people call on three-way. Hey, call his number on three-way. She answers the phone. Hello, boom. She hanging up. I don't know. He get out. Man, Joe T, I don't know what happened, man. Everything went straight. We hadn't got into it, wasn't arguing, none of that. You know what I'm saying? I'm like, man, she probably just realized, you know what I'm saying? She ain't trying to do that kind of time with you. Now, this one of those. It's hard to have real conversations about when it's got something to do with the outside world conversation, when you having to snap somebody into reality about where they at and what's going on. Man, but Joe T, man, she shouldn't even came back around. I said, look, that right there, we can't even reflect on that. You got to focus on, as of right now, you got to focus on you. Man, I'm trying to, Joe T, but you already know how it go in here. Man, I just want to talk to her. I said, well, look, at this point, you ain't finna keep calling on my phone, bro, because I don't want her called up here. Man, you know, she ain't going to do nothing like it. Listen to me. You don't know what she going to do, and you ain't got the money. Matter of fact, you ain't got no money no more. You ain't been to the store in 2 weeks. Your commissary low. I noticed you start back going to child and stuff. So I'm saying ain't nothing wrong with that. But I'm saying at this point, you ain't finna get desperate and put me in those situations, because you ain't at peace right now. At peace, you want to cook with me. You want to work out with me. You stand up. You got the dough. When I tell you, watch the dough. You know what I'm saying? You had a little pep in your step now. I'm seeing you started losing a little weight. You know what I'm saying? Which is understandable. You know, your little penitentiary stretch. That's cool. You ain't worked out no more. I understand. You know what I'm saying? Your motivation is gone. All that's understandable. You know what I'm saying? You're frustrated with the folks. You don't like a lot of nonsense right now. It's understandable, because now you done kind of snap back into the reality of what's going on around you, because you ain't got that thing that was taking you away from her. You know what I'm saying? Which like most people do when they do drugs. I said it's understandable. Look at that. you ain't finna use my phone no more, you know what I'm saying? Because we finna chill on all that. You want to go down there and get on the blue box, write her a letter or something. That's what's up, folks. I said, but if you use somebody else's phone, don't call a block. Let her see the number is a different number. You know what I'm saying? That's it. And if she do answer, make sure you say, you know, I'm over here in my homeboy cell. You know what I'm saying? Make sure you put that in there. If you talk to her over and somebody else said, yeah, I came over to get on my homeboy cell, you know what I'm saying? My cell ain't got the phone no more. You know what I'm saying? So I had to come over here. I'm across the hall. You know what I'm saying? Throw that out there so she know you ain't over here. You on the phone. Man, quit playing, Joe T, man. I said, see, here you go. You throw him. I said, that what's up? You look. He said, man, I'm just a little stressed out. He said, but it's cool, though. It's cool. He was like, man, I need me a cigarette, man. I got to get me a cigarette. He told him why about it to say. I'm guessing he going to go get him a cigarette. You know what I'm saying? Go get him a cigarette. Another week or two go by. They holler, mail call, mail call. Man, I go down the stairs, you know what I'm saying, get in the line of mail call. As I'm in line, my cellie posted up on the rail, right? So when I go to the mail, when I get my mail, you know what I'm saying, how he got it sorted out, he got it sorted out by sale. You know what I'm saying? He one of them officers, real organized. He boom, boom, he got stuff set it out. You know what I'm saying? I walk in, I was like, oh, my cellie mail right there too. He was like, well, tell your cellie come down. I said, hey, cellie, hey, you got mail? He hollered to CO. Hey, CO. He was like, man, go and give it to my cellie. He was like, I bet. He was like, here. I said, I'm going to take it up there to him now. I get the mail. I see the girl's name on the mail. I said, oh, okay, this probably finna explain everything. You know what I'm saying? I go up the step. You know what I'm saying? Cellie. Boy, hey, you might be in there like swimwear. Oh, man, that's what's up. That what's up. Man, he go straight in the cell. Get what? I go right in there with him. I go right in the cell. I open up my mail. Shoot the other little part and I boom, pop my letter open, you know what I'm saying? He said, who wrote you? I said, MJG. Man, I said, what's up? He said, man, I'm finna see what's going on. He shoots a little thing in there. I'm reading my letter. He reading his. We both reading our letter, right? You know what I'm saying? I hear him saying, man, ain't no way. I done had to stop my letter in mid-sentence. I got a little sex tale. I'm right in the middle of she saying she kissing down my chest, you know what I'm saying? Getting to my abdomen, you know what I'm saying? My little love trail and stuff. I'm over here. I'm like, wait, what's up? Hold on. You interfering with the fantasies, silly. I said, what's going on? I said, look, he said, man, read it, bro. I'm tripping. Am I tripping, bro? Here, bro. I said, man, I don't want to read you, man. Man, bro, just go and read it. Just read it, bro. Just read it, bro. Just read, bro. See, that's why I don't like, that's why I can't wait to get out of here, Joe T. Man, there's so many people done turn their back. They do this to you, they do that to you. Don't see you nothing, bro. I done did so much for people out there, man. Then when you get in here, out of sight, out of mind, bro, I swear to God, Joe T, I can't wait till I get out the penitentiary. I grabbed the letter, right? At the bottom of the level, I see, I love you, you know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? Hate to, but I had to tell you, you know what I'm saying? I'm like, oh, okay, let me see what's going on. So I ain't 5 sentences in. How you doing? You know what I'm saying? I hope this letter reaches you in good health. If you've been to the penitentiary before, then you already know the greeting from most people who write from the penitentiary is the same. But if you ain't never been to the penitentiary, I advise you to never go to the penitentiary. So I hope this letter finds you in good health. Do the introduction. You know what I'm saying? Everybody's doing fine. I just wanted to let you know that I'm doing fine. And I know you've probably been wondering why I ghosted you. I said, okay, here we go. I look down at my cellie sitting up there like this here. Read it, Joe T. I said, I'm finna read it, cellie. He was like, you read it out loud, Joe T. Read it out loud. I said, I'm at the part where she's right here said, I know you probably wondering why I ghosted you. No, I don't want to hear it, Joe T. I don't want to hear it, bro. Go on, read it, Joe T. I said, well, let me read the letter then, man. He said, go on, read it. Go on, read it out loud. Read it. I said, I'm finna read it out loud. All right. So before I decided to get in touch with you, you had already been on my mind, and I ran across your mom at the grocery store. He like, man, my mom loved her, Joe T. I said, let me read the letter, said Go ahead. I see pregnant on the letter. I see the word pregnant, right? I said, I ran across your mom at the grocery store, and that was my sign. So I figured, you know what I'm saying, I'll write you. And when we got in touch, you know, it brought back a lot of memories. I love talking to you, this and that. And me and Brandon were dating. I said, who was Brandon? Just read the letter. Go ahead, finish reading the letter, Joe T. I'm going to tell you. Go on, finish reading the letter. I ran into Brandon. Me and Brandon had dated, for a little while you were locked up. And then when me and you started talking, I just so happened to ran back in there. And a woman, go ahead. I'm good, Josie. I said, all right. A woman has her needs, we messed around once or twice. It ain't even that we together or we messed around, and I took a pregnancy test and I'm pregnant, and I just didn't know how to tell you, but we're not together, and I didn't know how you was gonna feel about this. So I said, who is Brandon? My cellie sitting there like here. It's my cousin, Joe T. I don't know if you ever remember me talking about my cousin. I call him B. Me and B used to hit licks together. B the one first time I just smoked a blunt. First time I smoked some weed was with B. We was at a party. We went to this girl he was going with, her party. We in the party, everybody doing what they doing. B brought me the blunt. He was like, here, hit the blunt. He was like, hit the blunt so you could chill, because he know my anxiety be high, me and her tripping. He was like, man, just hit the blunt once or twice. So I hit the blunt, JT. You know what I'm saying? She was in there that night, you know what I'm saying? We got to kicking it. We went around, you know what I'm saying? I was kicking, man, JT, I just got to get out of the penitentiary, JT. I'm telling you, I'm going to do it to him. I said, you going to do what to who? He said, Brandon. He said, man, I can't believe you could do me like that. I said, how long you been locked up, Sally? Man, all that don't matter. That don't matter, Joe T. Loyalty is what matter. I said, what devil? I said, ain't no such thing as loyalty. We all know that. People who say that, most people be swearing up and down they loyal, but there's a flaw somewhere. People are just flawed. Man, but Joe T, we live by certain codes and guidelines. Like, they're my cousin. He know that's the girl. He know I love that girl. Like, why would he do that? Why wouldn't he? That's the question I'm gonna ask you. Why wouldn't he? Joe T, that don't even make sense. Why would you say that? It's a woman. She opened her legs. We in the penitentiary. Said, I'm gonna shoot it with you. I'm gonna shoot it straight with you. He probably liked her before, like she said they were dating. This man. What you think? You think I should keep talking to her, Joe T? I said, that's up to you. If it's something you can live with, something you can deal with. I mean, she came clean. I mean, she was helping you feed you. I mean, if anything, they had penitentiary rules in effect, my boy. He said, what you mean? I said, go ahead and get what you can get. You know what I'm saying? Hey, because I'm not going to keep feeding you. You know what I'm saying? Hey, it was cool in here. It was all love knowing you were going half on the meal. You right here working out. Folks ain't, you know what I'm saying? You ain't begging folks nothing for a cigarette. You ain't asking me for commissary for a cigarette. Well, anyway, since you said that, man, folks, I gotta get me a cigarette. And y'all know you ain't got no cigarette right now, bro. I gotta get me a cigarette, bro. I said, what you want me to do? He said, man, I'm finna go see what's up. You gonna mess with me? I said, man, go on do what you got to do. Go on do. He said, man, for real, bro, because he was like, bro. He was like, man, bro, I love it. I said, bro, go on, go get your cigarette. So he mob out of the cell, right? Boom, he go out of the cell. I come out to see where he going. He go down to 10:30 to the box. 10:30 come out of the cell. No, man, come on, man. Hey, Joe T, come get your cellie, man. Come get your cellie, man. He already up too high. He said, man, go on. I said, man, go on somewhere there. Walk. He was like, man, that's what I'm saying, man. Folk them don't even that. He said, folk them don't what? Nothing, bro. He mob out. Boom. I see him pull up on somebody he cool with, white boy he cool with. They standing on the red. He chopping up with him. I guess he telling I see the white boy do this right here, right? He go in the cell. He come back out. He got some food in his hand. They coming back towards me. They were like, man, let me holler at you real quick. Said, come in and see her. He was like, come on. So he flagged the white boy coming and said, I already know what this is. He finna let me know. The white boy got money on a cigarette. He finna ask me for the money so they can go get a cigarette. So we mobbed in the cell, right? Boom. We go in the cell. I said, what's up? He said, man, so look, we finna go get some cigarettes. He was like, man, my homie got $5. He was like, man, Joe T loaned me $5, man. You know what I'm saying? We finna go, you know what I'm saying, see if they'll mess with her for the 10, you know what I'm saying, on the commissary, see how much cigarette we can get. I said, man, I got you, Cellie, man. He was like, man, for real, I'm sick. The white boy hollered, man, I understand, man. He was like, man, my girl broke bad on me, man. My 3rd year in the penitentiary, man, I was going up for parole. I've only got a 12-year sentence. You know what I'm saying? I go up there to the parole board. I didn't know that the family was going to be up there protesting me about what happened, man. And I went up there. And the family, they didn't only speak their mind, they had already wrote letters months before my parole hearing. So by the time the parole officer started talking, she was like, well, the family don't think this, and you haven't took any programs or this, and that. And then see, you got a write-up. And I had took that write-up because I really didn't have a choice. Joe T, man, one of them Crips come down to my cell one day, man, and told me he'd pay me every now and then to hold a knife for him. So I was like, cool. I took the knife. He paid me for 2 weeks. And then after that, he told me I didn't have a choice. And next thing you know, the police run into my cell, man. And come to find out it was my cellie that told on me, because my cellie had been telling me get that knife out of the cell. So my cellie writes a letter to the IA. That's why the Crips come down there and jump on him. I don't know how they found out, but that's how they found out. My man, like, long story short, all that right there, my girl broke bad on me, man. And that's when I'm gonna be honest with you, man. I hit the coke that night. I said, dude, what? Yeah, Joe T, man, I'm sitting in the cell, man. My cellie came in there, man. I told him what was going on, Joe T. He pulled out some ice. He pulled out some of that, some cream, and he pulled out some coke, Joe T. And he sit right there, and he had done a little bit of that cream, and he pulled out that coke, and he had it sitting there on the table. And he leaned over, took a little snort, and Joe T, he just seemed like he was at peace. He did, Joe T. He just seemed like he was able to do his time. And he was like, man, Cellie, go ahead and go ahead and get you some, man. Take the edge off of you, man. Something that can take you away from reality for a little while, man. I know you don't do nothing but smoke cigarettes and a little weed, drinking some of that white lightning there now and then. But hey, go ahead, take your little line. You won't get addicted or anything. Wait, try to tell me, Joe T. I've been snorting cocaine ever since. I've been tempted to try some of that ice, but when I seen his teeth was falling down, Joe T, I said, I can't do that ice. He come in there one day, man, Joe T, he got some ice out of the ice machine, right? He come in there, man, Joe T, drinking that Kool-Aid and got to chewing on that ice, and a piece of his tooth chipped off, Joe T. That's why that you see that black spot on my cellie's tooth right there. That's where he was chewing that ice down there, man. A piece of his tooth fell out, man. I said, his enamel was weak. I said, man, you sick. He said, man, I'm not playing, Joe T, but man, I understand. My cellie said, hey, man, I need a cigarette, man. I don't want to hear none of that, man. I need a cigarette, man. I'm about to lose my mind. I said, man, go on, get you $5, man. Go on, get you $5. Boom, he put the bag up. He shuffling through. I said, what you doing? He said, man, dude gonna want some good stuff, man. He said, man, we trying to get a fat cigarette. I said, man, don't you get nailed summer sausage or a pouch up out of there. Man, come on, Joe T. You know that's all they want. I said, man, hey, man. Don't get no summer sausage and no chili pouch out there. You can get a chicken breast or something like that. Man, that's $3 right there, Joe T. He gonna want to leave 4 items. I said, man, listen to me. Don't grab now one of my summer sausages out of there. Get you 2 cheese balls. That's $1 a piece. Get you 2 cheese balls. Go up under the big. Get you some of them sour cream and onion chips. That's 96 cents at $3. You put you another 2 on there, but don't you grab no summer sausage, man. You can get a chili pouch. Get you 2 chili pouches, the regular, not the spicy junk. Don't get the spicy. Get the regular. That's $5 right there. Come on up at my cell. Come on up at the cell, man. Man, appreciate it, bro. Appreciate it. He going to the bed. Dude said, hey, let me trade you. I got some regular chips down there for them sour cream and onions. He said, man, we got to see what he want. If he tell you to take the regular, you can have it, bro. He said, man, he's gonna take the regular chips, man. Let me get the sour cream and Joe T, you know what? It's all right. Joe T, you trade me? I said, man, yeah, go on down there. I'll trade you. Bet. He said, come on, man, let's go get this cigarette, man. He said, give it to me. So he give it to him. He make it like he better go get a deal, right? He mob out. I come out of the cell. I watch the white boy go get the cigarette, right? My cellie, listen, he seemed so excited, like it's crack. I'm talking about they flying back over there. They stop and dude say, I'm guessing he stopped, he get the pop light. In my head, I'm saying, why he coming over here? He know I'm really like, but he stressed out. And the white boy, we funny, right? So they come back in, boom, they go in the cell. He was like, man, come on, man, come on. So I come out, man, bless his cell. I go in the cell with him. I want to talk too. I go in the cell, the white boy sit down on the toilet. Boom, he pulled out the tobacco. He was like, man, he give Thad some of the tobacco. Thad sit down. He was like, man, I can't even roll it right now. I'm stressed. He was like, here. He give back the dude. He was like, man, I'll roll a little bit. He turned on the toilet. He turned to the side. The toilet is right there, the sink. So he got a cap. You know what I'm saying? So he take some of the tobacco out of the cap and he's sitting on the toilet. It's a little hole right there where between his legs. Yeah, Joe T, like I was telling you, man, so my girl broke bad on me, right? My cellie said, man, go and roll that cigarette, man. Go and roll that cigarette. My cellie standing over, he done gave him the pop light. He done stuck the little, you don't know what a pop light is. They let me know you ain't never been to the penitentiary. You ain't never been to the penitentiary. I advise you to never go to the penitentiary. But commercial break me, please. If you ain't tuned into the podcast, I need you to do me a favor. I need you to go tune into the podcast.
Hey y'all, it's Coco with a K-N.
Joe Teak.
And today we are talking about helpmates and leaders. You know, the difference in being able to spot one, what they look like, what they don't look like. And I ain't talking about assistants and maids and women who men want to be their mamas and men who think they drill sergeants and think they your daddy. We're not talking about that. We're talking about real God-ordained helpmates and leaders. And so I'm going to jump it off and I'm going to ask you, what do you think some of the qualities are for a man, for a woman to be looking for in a man that is looking to lead her, like to lead the household? Like, what are some of the qualities?
Good question. I'm going to start off with number one, God-fearing.
Absolutely.
But with saying that, I do want to say, I don't think most women even understand what they mean when they say I'm looking for a God-fearing man. Mm-hmm. It ain't just he might pray here and there and pray over his food, or he talks generally about the Most High every now and then.
Saying grace is crazy, but keep going.
Yeah, I think a lot of people relationship when they talk about the king and being a lead is just surface level, because certain things got to change when you talking about you're following a man of the Most High, a man of God, character, morals, integrity,
company.
You can't just, company is probably one of the most important. It ain't no way you're still doing the same thing and operating the same way, hanging with the same people and doing all the things you've been doing and saying, I believe in God.
Right.
So I don't even think most women put the charge on the man who's saying, you know, that he served God. They just want to hear, oh, you believe.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So God-fearing.
Yeah. Number two, I'm gonna say vision.
That's a good one.
Yeah, I don't think a man can lead you without vision. I don't think a man can lead his own life without vision. I'm big on vision. I'm big on being who he created me to be, and when you realize what you've been created to be, I feel like it serves your purpose. Your vision serves your purpose. And me, I think your purpose comes before anything. Without your purpose, nothing else makes sense.
Yeah.
A lot of black men don't even realize you're frustrated with everything and everybody because you're living purposeless.
Yeah.
Yeah. Number three, I'm gonna say accountability.
Okay.
Which we lack a lot, I feel like, in the black community. Because we want everybody to understand, well, I didn't have it. I don't know what that looks like. I don't know how to communicate. We want to be able to go to. I don't know. This is my first time. This is my. And I think, you gotta. I'm gonna say knowing how to correct in love, not turn down. Mm-hmm. I feel like in the black community, I feel like we were just talking about the other day. You don't think when women be saying that men intimidated by black women? Sometimes it is the case.
Yeah, sometimes. Not all the time.
Yeah, not all the time. I think you should be able to correct in love, if knowing how to lead. Most definitely. So yeah, I'm gonna say,
God,
having a real relationship with the Most High. Not that.
God is grace. God is good. Let us thank you for.
I got it tagged on her, and I'm gonna put it in the description. If you can't find it, if you just so happen to don't see it on the title of this video, just jump in the comment section and say, hey, let me know what a podcast, and I'm gonna go around and check it out. And if you have checked it out, let me know what you think so far. You know what I'm saying? We still figuring it out. And then another thing, like I said, I'm gonna keep doing the Bible studies. If you like the Bible study, I need you to get in the comment section and say Bible buddy. Jump in the comment section and say Bible buddy. And look, I need at least 100, Yeah, don't be asking me where the videos at, because guess where the videos at? In the membership. That's where they gonna be at. I need 100 comments, 100 likes, and I will not count it if one person comment more than 5 times. It will not count. I go through and I be seeing that some of y'all be showing love. You comment 4, 5 times and thinking I'm counting 5 comments from the same person as one. It will not count. That's over with. So look, he said that, man, but look, Joe T. So when she broke bad on me, let me tell you what happened, Joe T. Man, I tell my cellie, man, what's going on. My cellie was like, Man, hey, I'm gonna take it out here and use my homeboy's phone so you can call her and see if she answers the phone where I ain't call and collect, right, Joe T? So he takes me down there. Man, he pull out big boy. He got big boy touch, right? So he rolling a cigarette. He getting ready to roll a cigarette. He got a big boy touch. Joe T, she answers that phone. I tell her, you stupid muck. I go off on the Joe T. He snatched the phone out of my hand. Was like, man, you gotta come on up out my cell. I'm like, man, what's up? I said, man, what's going on, man? She broke bad on my machine there. He said, man, you ain't finna get the police sitting in my cell, man. So I looked at my cell. I said, see what I'm saying? People don't be playing about you. He was like, man, Joe T, I'm telling you, it was so funny. Man, hey, I was in there dying laughing, Joe T, when he snatched that phone, Joe T, man. And I was already on that white line and boom. He dropped. He said, oh, dang, my bad thing, man. Man, he stand up. He done dropped the tobacco in the toilet. When he stand up in the direction where the little cap is sitting on the sink. He hit the cap, boom. The cap fall in the sink and get a little. He stopped. He said, "Dang, man, listen, my son jump up, man. You got to be." Hey, man, he grabbed. I said, man, hold on. What you going to do? I said, he said, man, Joe T, man, I need this cigarette, man. He tripping, man. He done knocked the cigarette. Seen that I told him quit telling that story and go and roll the cigarette. He was distracted, Joe T. I said, man, hold on, you tripping? I said, $5 and that wasn't even yours to get yours. I said, man, I gonna get you a cigarette. Man, he said, man, get your hands up off me, thing, man. You tripping about that girl like that. That girl got you in the head, in the chokehold like that, man. Man, you ain't gonna survive doing no time in here. That girl wouldn't even come to see you, man. My cellie pushed him. he put my cellie back. He said, man, hey, man. I said, hold on. He said, man, no disrespect to your GD or anything like that. I'm trying to get jumped in here. Well, man, that man tripping about a $5 cigarette, man. We can go get another cigarette, man. Dang, man. I'm just trying to kick with Joe T and tell him what's going on, man. Dang, bro. He said, man, hey, man. I told you quit telling that story, bro, and go ahead and Joe T, step out real quick, Joe T. I said, for what? He said, Joe T, I ain't got no peace right now. He said, I need that cigarette. I said, you want me to go get you a cigarette? Yeah, go get me a cigarette. Go get me a cigarette, Joe T. I said, you straight? He said, yeah, I'm straight. I said, I'm gonna go out and holler at 10:30. He said, man, at 10:30 give you a cigarette, it's gonna be an issue. I said, I don't owe the box. The box owe me. He said, how Larry owe you? I said, because I'm up on him. You know what I'm saying? I let him, you know what I'm saying, use my money. You know what I'm saying? Like the bank. You know what I'm saying? I give him money. You know what I'm saying? He do what he do. You know what I'm saying? And you know what I'm saying? When I go get what I need, you know what I'm saying? I don't owe the box nothing because it owe me. You feel what I'm saying? Go see if he give you a cigarette, Josie. I said, all right, bitch. I leave at the cell on. Boom. Lock the door. As I'm walking, I got good ears. I hear he done opened the door and took the thing out that, you know what I'm saying, to read the door. I keep walking. I go in the cell. Hey, 10:30, let me holler at you, Joe T. Come on in, bro. I popped it. Man, bless his head. Hey, man, let me get 2-3 cigarettes, bro. Man, I already told you, silly now. I said, man, do it. I said, man, just take it out of whatever I already got. I said, don't even worry about it, bro. I said, he's stressed out. I said, his girl done broke bad on. Yeah, he come down here trying to run that same story to me. You know, I ain't even believe. I said, nah, it's real. I said, it's real. I read the letter. He said, what happened? What happened, Joseph? I said, man, look at you, man. You messy, bro. He said, nah, real, what happened? I said, man, girl wrote him a letter, man, said she pregnant by his cousin. By his cousin? I said, yeah, he said he pregnant by it, but she said it was just a little fling. You know what I'm saying? They just messed around. She ended up pregnant, you know what I'm saying? So she went ghost on. He said, man, he said it been around here sick. I'm talking about he been sick. I said, yeah. He asked me, should he keep dealing with her? Let me ask you, would you keep messing with her? Man, you already know what I'm going to do, Joe T. I'm in a penitentiary, bro. I'm taking whatever I can get. I don't care what's going on. As long as they ain't in the perverted rainbow club, Joe T, I ain't got nothing to say. I'm with whatever. As long as they put some money on my book, come and see me answering the phone, writing a letter, I don't care, Joe T. When I get out there, I don't know what I'm going to do. I'm taking anything I can get. I said, understood like the boss. He said, man, hold on, bro. I got you. Boom. So he feeling cigarette. I come out of the cell, I see my cellie. But he said, man, it ain't that serious, bro. He said, it ain't serious, man. I told you to roll that cigarette, man. You know, knock the cigarette over. I come down, I said, man, go on in the cell. I said, man, what's up? Man, Joe T, man, we done got the scuffling in there about that little cigarette down there. Man, the man reaches in the toilet, Joe T, turns the hot water on, Joe T, and tries to dry it out. He grabs the rest of it. It's out of the sink. It wasn't even all that wet, Joe T. He gonna tell me, come on up out of the cell, when really he just acting like a junkie. I know what he's doing. He's gonna try to dry that out and smoke by himself. And then when you left out, he takes the rig out of the door, Joe T. He takes the rig out of the door talking about, man, I told you not to be playing. Joe T, he's just trying to smoke that cigarette by himself. That's all. That's why I don't really fool with him like that now, Joe T. He's so crazy about them cigarettes. It's probably not even about that girl, Joe T. He just running around here knowing he's got an excuse to make something sound so sympathetic where somebody will give him something, Joe T. When you gave him the $5, I was like, that's cool, it's silly, man. But Joe T, it's probably not even about that girl, Joe T. He wants to smoke that cigarette. You just went down and got down there from 10:30. I said, I tell you what. Here. He said, what's this? I said, the cigarette I just got from 10:30. Go ahead and smoke it. I'm going to tell him I didn't even get it. Man, Joe T, you sure? I said, man, just put his hands on you in that cell. Man, yeah, Joe T wouldn't even let me get my pop light neither. That's why I know. That's how I know he was trying to smoke that cigarette by himself. I tried to grab my pop light. That's when he hit the door and pushed me out the door. I told him I give him my pop light. He talking about this. It's GD's pop light now. I said, that's what he told you. I said, hold tight right here. I walked to the cell. I said it. He popped the door. Pow. I reached straight in because the pop light right there. I ain't even got to go all the way in the cell. Let me get that right there. Hey, Joe T, that's that GD pop light. I said, GD got plenty of pop lights, bro. We ain't taking pop lights like that. You tripping, bro. That's a razor, some pencil, and some toilet paper. I said, man, here, appreciate that, Joe T. He said, man, I'm going to be down there to get my pop light back, too. I step in the cell. He said, man, what's up with 10:30 do? I closed it up. Boom. I said, bro, you tripping? You acting jumped out like that about a cigarette? You done jumped on a civilian? Man, Joe T, he sitting there acting all animated, bro. I told him I was stressed out, bro. You done gave me $5. He done made me waste them $5, man. Then you done had to go down there and get something from 10:30 for me, man, and did this and that. I said, I went down there and got something from 10:30 for y'all. I said, but 10:30 said he ain't got it. He said he ain't have it. Man, for real, folks. I said, man, look, yeah, he said he ain't have it. I said, well, look, check that out. I said, check this out. Man, you need to straighten up. I don't know if it's about that girl, about them cigarettes. Man, bro, I just need some peace right now. I just need some peace right now. I said, so you telling me you got 17 years at 100%. I think it was 17 years at 100%. That girl had already was gone. She was already gone. She came back in your life, wasn't around that long. She you told you she got pregnant by your cousin. She really don't want, she still want to talk to you. And you telling me you done lost your mind to the point, I ain't never seen you try to put your hands on nobody like that. I ain't never seen you that aggressive. You telling me out of all that, you just done lost your mind, lost your peace completely. Man, for real, Joe T, man, I ain't, you know what I'm saying? Bro, I ain't really got nobody like that, bro, man. And she, you know what I'm saying, she came around. I said, man, commercial break me. Which that's going to be my lesson for today. Sometimes you have to understand things that you done idolize or you done gave so much of you that where it becomes your peace, with the minute it gets snatched out from under you, you ain't gonna know how to handle life. You ain't gonna know how to handle a situation. See, a lot of people put so much time and energy in things, and the minute the enemy snatch them things out from under you, now you feel like you're losing your mind. Now you realize that them people was gravitating towards you for the wrong things, and now you realize you never really had no love, but you was cool with someone buying the love. And if you go to John chapter 14 verse 27, it say, peace I leave with you, my peace I give to you, not as the world gives to you. Then he go on to say, he said, let your heart not be troubled, neither let it be afraid. Let me explain something to you. When he say, I don't give you the peace of this world, that cigarette was the peace of the world. Sometimes your relationship be the peace of the world, because it coincides with all the wrong things. Sometimes your friendship that you feel that you done been betrayed, it's a worldly friendship. It does not abide with the kind of love and peace that the scripture tell you to have. It ain't love. It ain't love. It don't parade itself. It ain't puffed up. It forgive. It give grace. It give mercy. It give all of these things. And then you realize when the world turn your back on you, for some reason you feel like you like, where's the peace going? It said, let your heart not be troubled. And see, when you look at that word trouble in the Greek language, it means to be agitated. If you pay attention to his spirit about that cigarette and about that girl, which was connected to his peace, he was so agitated to the point that he scrambled to get that cigarette. He was scrambling in his mind. He got something from me. He went down there, somebody wouldn't fool with him because he was already in debt. Then he go get somebody that basically he got over that was willing to help him once he explained the situation. He was so agitated he couldn't even sit in what old head Nick called the peace. Sometimes you have to sit still and realize it ain't nothing I can do about this situation. You have to sit in and internalize it, feel everything you need to feel, but don't get to the point of where you agitated because your peace is connected to the wrong thing. And then you touching and harming certain things around you, and you moving funny because your piece is connected to the wrong thing. I said, about a cigarette? That man was sitting there kicking on me, telling the story. It was $5 that wasn't even yours. You done roughed this man up and try to take his, and you you took this man pop light and said it belonged to GD over a cigarette? Man, I'm just saying, Joe T, man. It's a lot of y'all right now who won't admit it, but your peace is connected to the wrong thing. And then anything that disturb you, you get so agitated because your heart is troubled, or you get afraid because you worried about how this gonna work out and how that gonna work out, and you don't know how to sit still and internalize things. The next thing you know, you agitated to the point where you try to take things in your own hands, and then you realize it still didn't work out.